Oh, Deadly Towers, dude. There's so many games I want to play because they're just so bad. Like Deadly Towers. I've actually beaten Deadly Towers. I'm not kidding you. Here's a quick story. Okay, so well, since we're going into story time, this might end the stream. Hopefully, it doesn't. We'll see. Um, no, it switched. All right. Okay, so get this right. This was like way back, probably like 7, 8 years ago, right? And I was living in this apartment, and just to make it real quick, all we had was two like Papazon chairs from Target that were like $15, like those real cheap ones. We had a spool that had wire, one side, those big wire spools that were made out of wood. We had one of those as a coffee table, a TV, and about 5 VHS tapes. And the TV sat on the floor. I'm not shitting you. It sat on the floor. And we had a VCR player, and I had my Nintendo, and that's it. Like, that's it. Like, old school, like, punk rock bullshit. And I was like, man, I'm sick of these, like, this is when I first started collecting. And I'm like, man, I'm sick of these, like, same 20 games. Let's go to the store and buy something. And my friend's like, or my roommate, he's like, no, dude, we need, like, furniture and shit. Like, neither of us had beds. I'm not kidding you. We slept on the floor. And he's like, no, dude, we need furniture. I'm like, no, I need a fucking video game, dude. Like, that's how I'm going to get through this. So we go to the store, and there was like a bunch of like $1, $2 games, and then of course the expensive ones. This is before obviously the prices were inflated because of popularity. So we're going through it, and the cover of Deadly Towers looks kind of cool. Hold on, let me show you. I'm pretty sure I have it. Yeah. Okay, so look at this. You look at the cover of Deadly Towers. I hope you guys can see it, but like it shows this like awesome dude in like full armor. It kind of looks like Conan, he's top of it, and it's by Borderbound. Now, back in the day, Borderbound was legit. They made a bunch of, like, Windows games, Like, Borderbound is sweet. I loved it. I used to have so many Borderbound games. I was like, dude, okay, we got something called Deadly Towers by Borderbound. It shows, pretty much like Arnold Schwarzenegger on the cover. I'm like, fuck it, let's get this game. So we bring home Deadly Towers. That's it. I was like, fine, we'll just get one game. I'll save the money for like a couch or something, right? So we bring home Deadly Towers, and holy fuck was it bad. Like, it's like one of the worst games. Like, we were instantly dying and not figuring out what to do. And like, it's like dungeon crawling in Legend of Zelda, but without a map. And every room looks the same. So, like, we were just lost. We didn't know what to do. We didn't have the booklet. We literally just bought this. Like, you get what comes on this, and that's it. And it took us forever. But, like, we were so goddamn poor because it was our first apartment and everything. So, like, we had got jobs as cooks at, the Rockneys. And we started this, all of our money went in towards, like, furniture and beds and everything, like, right away. So I didn't buy any new games. So I'm like, fuck it. I got 20 cool games, and we got this one. So like a week into it, we buy a couch. That was like one of our first purchases. We're like, we want a couch, dude, because you got a game on a couch. So he's like, put in that Deadly Towers again. Let's try to figure this game out, right? So then we put in Deadly Towers, and of course we're getting just destroyed. And I was like, you know what? Time to do some maps. Like, if you guys are regulars on my channel, you'll know me in like drawing maps and shit. So I'm like, fuck it, let's draw maps. So for like the next like 2 months straight, we would get off work, because we worked the same schedule. We were both just line cooks, So we'd get off work, and we'd put in Deadly Towers. We'd draw these maps, and by God, dude, did we figure that fucking game out. We seriously figured out the entire goddamn game, and I wish I had those maps still. But we figured out what to do. Like, because you gotta remember, this is before the internet, too. Like, the internet, there was no walkthroughs. Like, you just had to figure this shit out. And no one we knew played Deadly Towers. Like, it was literally just us. We're like, okay, we're beasts in this fucking game. Like, we would just sit there and just, like, drink and smoke, and just cigarette after just chain smoking, just, what do you do, what do you do, what do you do, what do you do? And we figured that fucking game out. And I'm so proud of that, because the game sucks so much ballsack, and not many people have beaten it. But I might even have a picture. I used to take pictures of the screen, like actual like Polaroid pictures of the screen once I beat it. I might have it somewhere, but I have somewhere in my life is a picture, if it didn't get thrown away, of that game. And oh my god, dude, that was just hell. It was fucking hell, but we did it. We fucking did it. And that was one of the proudest moments of both of our lives, when we finally beat Deadly Towers. And then, you know what? That is the next day, I went and bought a new game. I forget what it is, because I don't remember that much. I just remember the Deadly Towers, because it took us like months to figure it out. But imagine two dudes with nothing better to do than just work and play a dumb Nintendo game, man. But it was good times, man. Good times.